me, Coach T of Royalty Fitness. So I'm just dropping in just for a few minutes, not going to keep you guys long. Just want to discuss the 7 day challenge that's coming up. I saw a lot of people responded to it. I just want to give you some more information in case you haven't seen it or in case you're wondering exactly how it's going to work. So my ladies that are in my Facebook group, they already know how this is going to work. So I don't have to tell them about it because they've already received the email. We've already had the live stream to discuss it. So they're already on board. But for you people out there that don't know me or know who I am or know what I do, a lot of people don't. So I'm going to introduce who I am and what I'm doing. I'm Trinus Mosley, the owner operator of Royal T, the letter T Fitness. Hey, Marilyn. And I am a certified fitness professional. I'm certified in the areas of online training, in-person personal training, group personal training, fitness nutrition specialist, TRX instructor, indoor cycling instructor. Um, I think that's it. I'm not sure, but anyway, hey, I do fitness, and unfortunately, guys, you're not my audience. Only the ladies that are 40 and older who are starting to experience chronic health conditions. You know, if you've gone to the doctor or if you already know that you're suffering with high cholesterol, you're pre-diabetic, you might have heart issues, the doctor might have told you that you need to lose some weight, you might be suffering with things like that. And so, you know, your doctor say, well, you know, if you lose about 10 to 20 to 15 pounds, you can kind of help yourself out with those issues. So that's what I do. That's who I work with. That's my audience of the ladies that I help because they, like myself, as we're getting older, a lot of stuff is not in our control, but a lot of stuff is in our control, if you get what I mean. So I just want to give some more information about the challenge. The challenge will be done strictly via text message is how I'm going to communicate. Hey, Kate, and also via email. And also we're going to have a group call via Zoom because that way I can be more hands-on and it won't get lost in the shuffle of a Facebook group. So, you know, if you have my email address, if you I send you text messages, you can respond to me with any questions that you have. And there's not a big long delay like waiting for me to sign on to Facebook. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Or for you people that might not be always on Facebook, you know, you don't want to hold your questions. So that's the whole reason why the challenge is being driven through text messages. Zoom link is how I'm going to communicate with the whole group halfway through, and also via email. Hey, Miss Lowe. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know a lot of people that I'm already responding to. They don't want to give up their email or they don't want to give up their phone number. There's no spamming or anything like that. So that's strictly up to you, but that's the only way that the challenge is going to, you're going to have communication. You have to have an email address because I'm going to send out your food through the email. You know, I'm not sending that through text because for the 7 day challenge that's going to start September let me just make sure because I had to move a date. It's going to start on Monday, September the 4th. Is that the 4th? Yes. Hey, Pearl. So it's going to start Monday, September the 4th, which is Labor Day. That's the day it's going to start. So what better day? You're just coming off that Labor Day weekend. You've had your whole weekend to just blow it out the water, to just eat what you want, live like you know, you want. And now you're going to start a 7 day challenge to reset. It's not going to be anything hard, but it is going to be, it's going to be restrictive. Okay. But I'm going to help you every step of the way. So I'm going to give you what you're going to eat. I'm going to give you a list. Let's put it like that. I'm not just going to give you like one meal. I'm going to give you a list to choose from. So the way that this challenge is going to work, and for my ladies that have heard this already, is that this is going to be one of those teachable challenges. Because as we're getting older, and I know a lot of you are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing, that we're pre-diabetic, or we have high cholesterol, or we have heart disease and things going on, that can be controlled by our weight, our BMI. Mental. That's right, Pearl. Plan accordingly. Things that are contributing to that, and a lot of it, ladies, can be controlled by our eating, and not just by our eating, but we have to take accountability, and we can't eat the way that we used to eat when we were in our 20s and 30s and early 40s. We can't eat the same way. Our body doesn't process food the same way. Food is not made the same way. So this is going to teach you and show you for these 7 days how starchy carbs affect your waistline, how starchy carbs affect your sugar levels, how starchy carbs affect the scale. Now, for this challenge, you're not going to need a scale, but what you will need is a tape measure. Okay, something different. I know you've never heard that before. Every time someone says challenge, because notice now, I did not say lose weight. I said I was very specific on what the challenge is going to do. Is going to help you to lose fat in that middle section. So that's what we're concentrating on. That's what I want to teach you, because I want that to be something that you can take away for the 7 days, and you can say, oh, I learned this from Coach T of Royalty Fitness on how to do this or how to do that. I'm going to give you the food choices for 7 whole days. You're going to carb cycle, and a lot of my ladies have heard this before. You're going to have, and I'm going to give you that in the email also. It's going to have the schedule, what day you're going to eat carbs, what day you're not going to eat carbs for 2 days, then you're going to eat carbs, then you're not going to eat carbs, then you're going to eat carbs. So you're going to have 4 days in those 7 days where you're not going to have any carbs, but it's not going to be back to back. And you're going to have 3 days where you're going to eat carbs. Your 3 days that you're going to eat carbs, I'm also going to give you a list of food for that. I'm going to give you a list of foods for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and also for snacks. Okay? That way you have a variety of things that you like, things that you eat, to make it easier. Because if I give you things that I like or things that I eat, it's not going to help you, because I want you to be successful at this, and I want you to learn how to incorporate these foods into your daily life. So if they're foods that you're already eating, foods that you already like, thank you, Pearl, then you're going to stick with it, right? Right. So the only thing about on your carb day that's going to be a little tricky. Now, some of you might have to watch your medications. You might can't do the whole 7 days, or you might can't do it at all. It just depends. Once you get the email and you look at it and you see how it's laid out, then you'll have to gauge, because I know a lot of medications require that you eat, medications and things like that. So you need to look at that just to be sure, or to check with your doctor. Now, you're going to be eating close to the earth on the days that you're going to actually have no carbs. You're going to have a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. Meat is on the list. Salmon, chicken, steak, whatever you eat, it's all going to be on the list. Snacks are going to be on the list. Carbs are going to be on the list. That's okay if you don't eat oatmeal, but it's going to be on the list as something required. Now, what I would prefer, and what I'm going to suggest, you know what, I'm not going to prefer. I'm going to require, on your days when you have your carbs, that you have 1 carb a day. You're going to have 1 carb a day. So either you're going to eat breakfast with oatmeal or grits or bread or whatever. You're going to have lunch, or either lunch with rice, or you're going to have potatoes for dinner. Only one of those per day on your carb day. All right? So you have to decide, and you're going to have to know. You're going to have to plan this out. So I would prefer you to have a healthy carb. Okay? That's another requirement. I'm going to give you a list of healthy carbs, and we're going with starches, guys. We're going with breads, pastas, potatoes. We're not worrying about fruit, that are carb based. We're not worrying about that, because we want to take that in. But we're worrying about the starchy carbs. So you're going to replace the bread. If you're a bread lover and you just got to have your bread, you can't have white bread. You're going to have to go with something else. I don't care if it's wheat, rye, whatever it is, because remember, you're only going to have 3 days to actually have your carbs. So you're going to go with a yes, it's the 1 carb. No, it's 1 carb per day. So it's not per meal, it's 1 carb per day. So you get to pick the actual meal that you would like your carb. Either you're going to have your carb for breakfast, or you're going to have your carb for lunch, or you're going to have your carb for dinner. So it's 1 carb per day, not per meal, because it defeats the purpose. Because what I'm trying to get you to feel, and you're going to feel it after you've done 2 days of no starchy carbs, you're going to feel your waistline tightening. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You're going to feel it. And I know a lot of you ladies have done my free 3-day ebook that I had, where you had 3 days. Hey Deb, where you had 3 days to go. We're not doing 3 days. Yes, Tracy, 1 carb a day. You're not doing 3 days. You're only doing 2 days with no carb, then 1 carb the next day. 2 days with no carb, then 1 carb the next day. You're going to feel your waistline shrink immediately, because that is the problem, ladies. That's what I'm trying to teach you. It's not that you're eating the wrong foods. It's not that you're eating too much, is what I want to say. You're overeating the wrong foods. And basically, carbs are the trigger. Carbs, a lot of sugar, a lot of processed food. So those are not going to be on, none of those are going to be on the list. So when you have your carb, you're going to choose from Coach T's healthy carb list. You're not going to choose what you want for your carb. You're going to say, okay, well, today is my carb day. I'm going to get that sandwich from Subway. If that sandwich from Subway has some of the stuff that's on my healthy list, go for it. If not, leave it alone. You can sacrifice it for a week, because I want you to see how your body responds when you eat closer to the earth. I want you to see how your body responds when you eat healthier foods that are good for your body, that foods that your body know how to take in, process, and eliminate the waste. Not foods that are sitting there and your body is trying to decide 2 and 3 days later, well, I've taken all of the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals from everything they've eaten. I don't know what to do with this, so I'm going to just hold on to this until I'm ready to just release it and waste it. I want you to see how good your body feels when you eat closer to the earth. Okay, you're not overstuffed with carbs. Even good carbs. Too many good carbs are still not good for you. We have to learn how to regulate what we're taking in depending on what your goal is. And for most of you, you've already told me that you want to get healthy. So if you want to get healthy, and losing weight will be a byproduct of getting healthy, you need to bring it in, and you need to learn how to substitute healthy carbs. I'm not saying totally get rid of carbs, because I can't get rid of carbs myself. Carbs are a fuel. We need carbs, but we have to learn the difference between carbs that are good for us and just wasted carbs. I'm not saying that you can never have carbs again, that you can never have a slice of pizza or anything like that. No, that's not the case. But just for these 7 days, this is the only way that I'm going to show you better than I can tell you, because your body will experience it. You will do the tape measure on your stomach before you start that Monday. Well, do it early that Monday morning. You will do a tape measure on your stomach, and you will notice, hey, Bev, how that waist will go down by the time that 7th day is here. So that's what this is. This is a teachable moment. This is to teach you how to reel it in yourself. If you're on vacation and you can say, oh, well, I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, but I don't want to derail all of my hard work. You'll know what to do. You'll know how to pull back. So that's what I want you to get out of this challenge. Grab a tape measure. I'm going to give you everything you're going to need for all 7 days. I'm going to give you the list of everything that you can choose from, and then the list of things you have to stay away from for 7 days. You could do it. It's only 7 days. All right. Also, I wanted to say, just looking on my list, making sure that I'm covering everything, and something that we've never done before. At the end of this challenge, it goes from Monday to Sunday. At the end of the challenge, we're going to have a Zoom call, which it's going to be on Zoom, and I'm calling it a virtual cocktail hour, is what I'm calling it. So we're going to talk. Everybody's going to be on Zoom, and that way you can give me your feedback. You can tell me how it worked for you, how it didn't work for you, what was your outcome, what was your feedback, because I want to hear it in real time. I don't want to hear about it next week or the week after that. I want to hear it from you at that time. Not only that, We're also going to have, I'm going to send you some recipes. You're going to have a mocktail, a healthy mocktail, a list that you can choose from while you're having your mocktail. It's going to be 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time because I don't want to be too late because a lot of my ladies are in Florida, in Georgia, and things like that. So they're already an hour ahead. So you're going to have a mocktail if you choose. You're going to discuss how the 7 day challenge worked for you. And then to top it off, Coach T loves to dance. I'm the line dance queen. That's what I call myself. Nobody else calls me that. But I do learn line dances quick, probably from like me and Bev, we danced in high school. I do learn dances quickly. So I saw this line dance that's being done in a chair. So that way, everybody can participate. It doesn't matter if you have knee issues. It doesn't matter if you have back issues. It doesn't matter if you have 2 left feet. You can sit in the chair. You could do the line dance. It only has 4 steps, I want to say. So that's going to be like our fun part of it. You got to make it fun. You got to make people want to come and just to do something different because I've never I'm sorry, I'm reading what Pearl is saying at the same time. I've never done that. I mean, I think I've done a line dance before, but it's real hard to teach it virtually when you have to turn your back. So this way, I'm facing you the whole time because I'm in the chair. You're in the chair. You have your mocktail. Even if you just want to sit there and laugh, if you don't want to do the line dance, just come and enjoy. But for that part of the challenge, I'll send out a link and you'll have to register because you know how Zoom is. You got to have a link for Zoom. You just can't jump on Zoom like you can do Facebook and things like that. Hey, sissy. So Pearl is saying, can you still do? Sure, yes, you can, Pearl. Her question was for those, because I'm also streaming live on my YouTube channel. So the question from Facebook is, can you still do intermittent fasting during this challenge? Yes, you can. That's totally up to you. If you want to combine that intermittent fasting with the 7 day challenge of cycling out your carbs, you probably gonna get a double dose because then when you do have a carb and you're gonna process that carb really well because you're not gonna eat for another 10 to 12 hours, which helps you to process that food better. When you have a cutoff time, a start and a cutoff time. So yeah, definitely you're allowed to do that, Pearl. And for anyone else that might have had that question. All right, my sissy says she gonna do it for real this time. I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, ladies. It's a no-brainer. I'm giving you the list of all of the foods for every day. I'm giving you the choices. Hey, Wendy, you choose. You can have meat. You can have bread. You just gotta have the right kind of bread. You can have, you can have most of the stuff that you have. This is more like an 80-20 challenge, but like I said, you're gonna feel it. Your stomach is going to tell a story immediately. And too bad you can't have a glucose test after that because this is really what that's going to help you with. And that's something that you can do on your own after the challenge is done. You can say, you know what, Coach T taught me those 7 days. I really felt the difference. I'm getting ready to go to my doctor in about 3 weeks. And I really want to pull back and make sure my A1C number is looking good. I am definitely going to pull back on these carbs, especially these unhealthy carbs. I can take my good carbs that came from a tree, came from a bush, came from below the earth. I can choose a healthy carb like that, and I'm good. Not saying you can't have your other stuff, but you just can't have it on the regular. That's why we're having the issues that we're having. And the byproduct of all of this, ladies, is that you're still going to lose some weight. So let me just see, make sure I covered everything. Hey, Paula. So make sure, like I said earlier, Coach T, and I'm going to go back and put my email address in here. If Tracy wants to type my email address, because Tracy probably has Royalty Fitness address, or somebody's listening and you want to type my email address, ladies, use that email address and send me your personal information. I need your name because a lot of y'all have Facebook names that have your name, part of your name in it. So I need your name, I need your email address, and I need your phone number. Like I said, a lot of it is going to be text messaging. It's going to be group messaging, but it's email marketing. Text messaging. So everybody's not getting spammed. If you're getting that, I sent it out one time, but everybody gets it individually. You know how it goes these days. So that's going to be that. And also all of your requirements, all of your food, about the tape measure, about the dates, and things like that. That's going to go to your email address. But I want to, send you some daily reminders, send you some quotes to help lift you up and keep you going during the whole 7 days. So that's why I want to get your text message. And then at the end, if you want to come to the that Sunday when it's all over, register for the virtual celebration. Make one of the drinks from the mocktail list and come and give me your feedback on how you did for the 7 days. Or if you said, Coach T, I crashed for the 7 days, I only was able to hang. But I must say this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. And I've had people to do this, clients do this to me all the time. You feeling so good, you feeling like $1 million. You made it to those 2 days with no carbs, and you're like, ooh, my waist is feeling a little snatched. Don't do 3 days. Okay? I've had people, I tell them, do what Coach T says. I tell them, do 3 days. They want to do 5 days. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to teach you what carbs are doing to your body. Do 2 days, especially because I know the way the body works somewhat. By day 3, you're going to have a headache. You're going to have a headache. You're going to be lethargic. You're going to be tired. You're going to be cranky. You need carbs, okay? So that's why you're only doing it for 2 days. And then 1 day, you're going to have a carb. I don't care how good you feel. I don't care. Like, I'm snatched. No. We're not doing all that, because then when you start to eat again, it's going to come right back. So I want to teach you how to control it. That's what this challenge is all about. It's all about controlling it, okay? It's still going to be snatched on day 3 because you only eating 1 carb, all right? So we got that. Don't overthink it. Don't add your own twist to it, please. Don't say, okay, well, I'm having 2 carbs today. It's not going to matter. It will matter. It will matter. But hey, I can only suggest, I can only guide, and people are going to do what they want to do. But you're going to defeat the whole purpose of the challenge, okay? This has been tried and tested by moi and by other ladies that it works. You're still going to benefit from it, the way I'm telling you. 2 days, no carbs, 1 day carb. 2 days, no carb, 1 day carb, all right? So that is all I have for you. I'm going to put my email. Let me see if I can put my own email address in here. And yeah, I think I can put it in here. So send me your personal information. A lot of you already know. If y'all get my emails, it's like, oh, she got my information already. I might have your email address, but I might not have your phone number. So that way you want to make sure that I have all of your information, because next week I'm going to be sending out the emails with all of the information. So right now I'm just like collecting everybody, and if I respond and say I got you, that means that I'm going to contact you by whatever way I have to contact you right now. I'm letting you know I have you on the list. And so when the email goes out, Monday is when the email is going out, I think, which is the 28th. That's when the email is going out with your food list. I want you to have a week to be able to get your food list together, okay? I'm typing in my email address, TNM. I'm sorry, I have to say it out loud like a child, huh? I want to give you a week to be able to get all of your supplies, because I know it starts right there around the Labor Day weekend, and you want to have your food already ready, a lot of clean eating. Still have to do water, so all that's going to be in the list, as much water as you can. But for those of you that can't drink a lot of water, this is the prime time to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables that are water based, and you can get that water in, right? Because there's more than one way to skin a cat. You don't have to have all of your water intake done with just drinking water. You can drink, you can do your fruits and vegetables. Making sure, royltfitness.com. Okay, so I have just put my email address in there. Yes, yes, Bev, you're starting that. But guess what? Y'all starting Monday of Labor Day, but the first day that you starting is a carb day. Yay! So that's a carb day. So you good. So you can go ahead on and have that hamburger with that wheat bun. Go ahead and knock yourself out. Have that hot dog with that wheat bun for your carb day. Your first day. That's all you need. So definitely it starts on Labor Day, that Monday. But that Monday, the first day kicking off, is a carb day. I'm not gonna do that to y'all and make y'all kick it off with with no carbs. So good, you will be in New Orleans. Good. So y'all go ahead on and have your fantastic Labor Day weekend. Buckle down on Monday where you're gonna start pulling it in, and then by the time you get up Tuesday morning, you're ready to have your no carb day and pull from the list that Coach T gave you. Look at Wendy. Look at Wendy says she's gonna be here. All y'all gonna be here. Well, a lot of y'all I'm gonna see at Carver stuff that weekend. We gonna roll, y'all. We gonna roll. We gonna have some fun, all right? All right, and look, don't come over and say, "Oh, my coach watching you, coach." I ain't watching y'all, baby, because I ain't even watching myself. Okay, so have fun because we're gonna pull it in the next 7 days after that. Okay. So that's all I have for y'all. I'll probably check in one more time next week, especially when I send out that list. Once I send out the list and I know who's on the list, I'll probably do a Zoom call because I want to answer your questions in real time. Before we actually get started. That way, I don't want anybody to be guessing anything for next week. Write your questions down now. Because a lot of people once you see the email, you might say, "Oh, I can't have such and such, or can I have?" That's gonna be your time to ask then. All right, ladies. So I think I covered everything. Yeah, if not, I'll be back. I'm going to be pushing this for the next 2 weeks. I ain't going to let y'all forget. Y'all going to see my face. Y'all going to see my posts. Y'all going to see whatever. Y'all going to get an email. I'm pushing because I definitely know that this could benefit y'all, and I want y'all to take away this teachable challenge, okay, to show y'all how to snatch that waist on your own. Okay, you don't need all that fancy smancy stuff. Just bring it in. Just watch what you put in your mouth. That's definitely gonna help you. All right, you ladies are welcome. Bye, Wendy, Bev. Bye, Marilyn. Bye, Miss Cynthia. Y'all be good, and I'll definitely see y'all around. I put my email address. Make sure I have y'all phone number because I'm gonna send out a text message, a group text, just to test and make sure I have everybody on the list. All right, ladies? And I ain't going to be spamming y'all every day, but I'm going to be checking on y'all. All right? You're welcome, sissy. All righty. Bye-bye.